Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. Welcome to our election coverage, Maine Decides 2023. We have a lot to get to tonight, including 4 statewide referendum questions and 4 proposed amendments to Maine's Constitution.
That's right. Question 1, do you want to bar some quasi-governmental entities and all consumer-owned electric utilities from taking on more than $1 billion in debt unless they get statewide voter approval? And you can see the results on your screen for that, with the yes votes coming in at over 100,000 and just over half of that amount for the no vote.
Well, question 2 asks, do you want to ban foreign governments and entities that they own, control, or influence from making campaign contributions or financing communications for or against candidates or ballot questions? And the results right there on your screen. That race has actually been called for the yes on 2 camp, 133,000 votes, roughly over 21,000, so quite a wide margin there. And then ballot question 3, one of the most hotly contested. Do you want to create a new power company governed by an elected board to acquire and operate existing for-profit electricity transmission and distribution facilities in Maine? Question 3, you can see the check mark, has also been called a decisive victory for the no on 3 camp, 113,000 votes over just 44,700 votes roughly there. So again, one of the biggest questions, if not the biggest question in this election, already called. Yeah,
we've had team coverage throughout the night of this contentious question, and we're going to turn things over now to our Corey Bouchard, who is live in Portland with supporters of Pine Tree Power. Corey, what is the reaction to the results to that not being enacted?
Oh, good evening, Beth and Peter. We are here with the Yes on 3 campaign. We were at Arcadia in Portland, and shortly, about 20 minutes or so ago, the race was called against question 3. The no on question 3, according to the Associated Press, had totaled 100,112,737 votes. That's 71.4%, and the other side at 28.6%. That is yes on 3. We're waiting to hear from the Yes on 3 campaign in what will likely be a concession speech about that. We're going to hear from them in just a few minutes. Likely this campaign was, outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned, in every essence of the word. They were outspent an enormous amount. Last I checked, it was roughly $67 million to around $800,000. So very, very deep pockets from the no on 3 campaign. But like I said, we are going to hear from them in just a few minutes, and we will bring that to you as soon as we can with that. But for right now, we're going to send it back to you in the studio, Beth and Peter.
All right, Corey, thank you.
And our Tyler Cruz was also down in Portland speaking with opponents of Pine Tree Power. It looks like the evening has gone their way. Here's his conversation with BJ McAllister with Maine Energy Progress.
Hey, thanks, guys. I am here in the Portland Harbor Hotel where the no on 3 supporters are gathering as the early numbers come in. How are you guys feeling about the night?
Yeah, we're feeling very encouraged by these early numbers. There's no question Mainers did their homework, and they are expressing so with their ballots. Question 3 was clearly a very risky gamble, and the earlier results show that Mainers weren't ready to take it.
So if these early trends, these early number trends continue to show in your favor and Mainers definitely decide no on 3, what does this mean for you guys, and what's the next step from here?
I think what's most important is that we move past this. We put this election behind us, and we come together as Mainers and keep doing what we're doing so well, which is working towards our renewable energy goals and really putting this issue behind us. I mean, tonight we are seeing from early results that Mainers have spoken, that they think that this is a bad idea, and it's time to move forward as a state.
By move forward, you don't mean completely end the conversation. You mean kind of continue to look for solutions solutions to the power problem that, caused this referendum question.
That's right, but I think it's very clear from the results tonight that this isn't the answer that Mainers were looking for, so it's time to put this proposal behind us.
Awesome. And as the numbers keep coming in and keep showing in support of your guys' favor, just what is your message to Mainers that showed up tonight to the ballots in favor of no on 3?
I think above all, we just want to thank Mainers for doing their homework and studying the issue. Mainers base their votes off from common sense, and tonight common sense prevailed, and for that we're very excited.
Awesome. All right, BJ, thank you very much, and we will send it back to you guys in studio.
Yeah, that was our most contentious question, and really one of the most contentious ballot questions in a really long time. It was interesting. Corey was talking about the spending on both sides. That was definitely true. You saw quite a lot of ads for no on 3. They were pretty present on our TV screens for quite some time. But interesting that race got called so early for something that was so contentious.
Yeah, obviously, their message getting across to Mainers, pretty clear decision there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, ballot question 4 asks, do you want to require vehicle manufacturers to standardize onboard diagnostic systems and provide remote access to those systems and mechanical data to owners and independent repair facilities? Well, you can see the results right there on your screen. Another very decisive victory that race called. You can see the check mark. The yes on 4 for right to repair, 130,526 votes over a mere 24,020 votes. So again, Mainers clearly speaking their mind on that question as well.
They absolutely are. And our Doug Banks is live in Portland tonight at the watch party for the yes on question 4, folks. Doug, what's the feeling down there right now?
Thank you, Beth and Peter. The feeling right now is joy, to put it simply. I'm standing here right now with Tim Winkler. He is the president and CEO of VIP Tire and Service. Tim, thank you for taking the time.
Absolutely.
I know that the watch party just closed, but at the moment when the numbers were coming in, what was the feeling in the room?
It was very optimistic as the numbers were coming in, and then when the numbers finally showed that we were going to get a resounding win, it was just a really great place to be, and we were all very encouraged. And we knew that it had a lot of support. We weren't sure exactly how much support it had. Obviously, at 84% right now, it's a resounding win. So we're very, very joyous.
And talk to me about some of the people that were in that watch party. What were some of the people that were in the room to help you guys get to 84%?
Sure. There were a lot of us who are repairers, independent repair shop owners who were in the room, who all helped us get the applications and the signatures and did a lot of the awareness campaigns. We also had a lot of our ground game team, so the people who were out helping make sure we got the signatures and building that awareness. And then we had other industry associates who were lobbying for us up in Augusta and just making sure that we were spreading the word to as many Mainers as possible to make sure that they knew what was at stake with question 4 tonight.
And talk to me a little bit about the work that went into this. I know you were just touching upon that. This obviously didn't happen overnight. Talk to me about where this all started and the road it took to actually get here.
Yeah, this is almost 2 years worth of work. So from the time that we decided that we needed to get this question on the ballot in the state of Maine, and so we got that application done, and then to get out and gather the signatures, 75,000 signatures we gathered in about 3 weeks, which was a very fast pace. It was very strongly supported even at the signature gathering stage, and then from there getting those signatures to the Secretary of State and going through that whole process to make sure that we were going to get it on the ballot. And then once we knew it was going to be on the ballot, it was really just an awareness campaign, and there was a big team in support of this, and obviously Mainers heard loud and clear what this message was.
Absolutely. Well, I got to send it back to the studio right now, but thank you again for taking the time to be with me and be with us. I'm going to send it back to the studio now. In Portland, I'm Doug Banks for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News. Beth and Peter, back to you.
All right, Doug, thank you so much. And we also have a number of proposed constitutional amendments to take a look at in terms of results. Question 5 asked about changing the time period for judicial review of the validity of written petitions from within 100 days from the date of filing to 100 business days. Taking a look on your screen right now, those in favor of that change are ahead, 64,583 over 49,353 no votes. So that is question 5. Moving on to question 6, and that restores parts of the Maine Constitution that were taken out of printed copies, including treaty obligations to Maine tribes. And you can see that question also, the yeses leading decisively, 125,000 roughly over 47,600 again roughly. So the yeses so far decisively ahead on question 6.
And let's move on now to question 7, another one of those constitutional amendments requiring a circulator or a signature gatherer of a citizen's initiative or people's veto petition to be a resident of Maine and a registered voter in Maine. That was previously proven unconstitutional. Then you see the no votes coming in overwhelmingly to the yes. So almost 120,000 no votes to just over 50,000 yes votes. That race still uncalled at this time. And question 8 would remove a provision prohibiting a person under guardianship for reasons of mental illness from voting. So allowing those with mental illness under guardianship to vote. And you see right now those yes votes in the lead with more than 92,000, although the margin here not as great as some of the other questions that we've seen, just about a 12,000, 13,000 vote difference.
And of course, all the statewide referendums and ballot questions we've talked about, there are a lot of local elections going on. And with a look at some of those results that are some of those races that we're following, we'll turn it over to Grace Blanchard, who is live in studio with that. Grace.
Thank you. While state referendum results are becoming more clear, the suspense is still there as we await local election results. In the meantime, let's walk through some of those races. First, taking a look at the Bangor City Council. There are 3 seats available, each comes with a 3-year term. The only incumbent running for re-election is Joseph Leonard, so there will be at least 2 new faces, if not 3, on the Bangor City Council. Definitely one to follow. Now moving over to the Bangor School Committee. As you can see, there are 3 seats available on the, there are 3 seats available on the Bangor School Committee. We've got some results in. We've got Katie Brighton with 4,110, Shelley O'Carey with 3,626, and Timothy Surratt with 4,213. So a close race there. Now over to the Brewers City Council, still awaiting results there. There is 1 open seat up for the taking with 3 candidates, Danny O'Halloran, Donald Corey, and Adam Eldridge. And over in Hamden, voters were asked 2 questions. Question 1 asked voters if they want to adopt an ordinance authorizing the appropriation and borrowing of up to $13,424,000 to finance sewer improvements and related projects in the town of Hamden. Still no results for that one, but question 2 concerns an ordinance authorizing the appropriation and borrowing of up to $1,569,000 to finance road and bridge crossing projects in the town of Hamden. And over to the Old Town City Council, there are 3 seats open. Councilors Linda McLeod, Stanley Peterson, and David White looking to keep their seats, while newcomer Zachary Wiles looking to unseat one of them. We will have more updates as we receive results. In the meantime, Beth and Peter, back to you.
All right, Grace, thanks so much. So some of those local races starting to evolve, but still some question marks as well.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the race for Belfast mayor. Eric Sanders is the incumbent there against challenger Elvis Robbins. No results quite yet.
And moving on to the Dexter Town Council, no incumbents in that race. So the 2 winners will be new to the council, and those winners have been announced. Elijah Ames and Daniel Hutchins will be your newest Dexter Town councilors.
And now to the Ellsworth City Council, some results there. And as a matter of fact, we're seeing some check marks. So that race is called Nancy Smith and Patrick Lyons, the winners for the 2 open seats, 3-year terms apiece. Nancy Smith and Patrick Lyons to the Ellsworth City Council they go.
And to the Lincoln Town Council now. We're still awaiting results, but there are 2 seats open in this race. Stephen Clay and Jared McCarthy are both running for re-election in that race. And again, we will continue to get those results to you as soon as they come in.
And to a question for Penobscot Public Health in the town of Penobscot, voters are deciding whether citizens will call on the Maine legislature to create a publicly funded health care plan that provides every Maine resident with comprehensive medical care. No results on that question quite yet.
All right, and you can also head to our website, foxbangor.com. As
Yes.
soon as those results come in, they will be posted there
Exactly,
as well. And it's not uncommon to see groups gathering signatures at polling stations, but one group can be found from York all the way up to Aroostook County petitioning for their cause.
Flavors Hook Kids is an organization working to end the sale of flavored tobacco in the state of Maine, and the group was gathering signatures throughout the state to show legislators the depth of support behind their cause.
We've seen polling that shows nearly 2/3 of voters consistently support this, and that crosses party lines, it crosses demographics, it crosses all regions of Maine. It's pretty consistent, and so collecting these signatures kind of puts a name along with those numbers to show legislators, yeah, this is real, this is supported by a wide swath of Mainers, and we hope you pass it.
And a bill that would end the sale of flavored tobacco and tobacco products here in the state has been passed by the Senate and is awaiting a vote from the House. So a lot of contentious issues,
Yeah.
some decided, some still
waiting
pretty
for
close.
some answers, yeah.
Yeah.
All
yep.
right. Well, the rest of the evening should be interesting.
It really
We'll
will
be
be.
right on top of it for you. In the meantime, let's take a breather and get a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Your first weather is brought to you by Winterport Sheds. You need extra storage, a place to live, camp on your lot, building for your pets. Check out our Winterport at the Bangor Mall, and of course at winterportsheds.com. Let's talk about the wind today. It kicked out of the southwest, giving us much warmer temperatures. In fact, look at these highs today. 55 here in Bangor, 54 for Bar Harbor. So comfortable, well above average temperatures today, but a cold front's coming through now. It's moving that way, and we have much cooler, drier air in store for us for tomorrow and also for Thursday and for Friday and Saturday, and maybe a little bit of rain and snow back in the forecast for us on Thursday as well. Until then, a much cooler night tonight with lows back below freezing. Our forecast on tonight, though, is decreasing clouds, low temperatures down near 30. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Nice to see there's no overnight precip
Yeah.
expected there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there was last night.
Indeed, a little
Yeah.
messy. All right, well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. I'm sitting down with Secretary of State Shenna Bellows live in studio.
We'll hear from her in that conversation right after the break. Stay with us.
It's Renewal by Andersen's Black Friday event with unprecedented savings on custom-built replacement windows. Our exclusive Fibrex composite material windows won't warp or bow and never need painting, making them vastly superior to vinyl windows. They're custom-built in the USA, installed with precision and care, backed by the nation's best warranty, and now more affordable than ever. Call today. These massive Black Friday savings and special financing end soon. Don't miss out. Call and schedule your free design consultation today.
Dude, you coming? Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. With Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and flu relief. Also try for Fizzy Fast cough relief.
Tired of your internet service constantly letting you down? Those other providers may promise the world with their flashy advertisements, but are you truly having a good customer experience? Fear not, because there's a new player in town. Introducing GoNet Speed. No more endless hold times or automated responses. We're here to listen, support, and provide you with the exceptional service you deserve. Our fast, reliable fiber internet, it's mind-blowing. Let us show you what true internet satisfaction feels like.
Who likes to drink good coffee? At Carabassa Coffee Company, we roast premium quality coffee beans from all over the world. Roasted to perfection in small batches, our coffee is always fresh. We offer a large selection, including our specialty blends, organics, single origins, decaf, and flavor. Whether you like light, medium, or dark roasts, we have coffee to suit every taste. We offer flat rate shipping for online orders, and we ship fast. Carabassa Coffee Company. Drink good coffee.
Four new costumes get the wildest guesses yet.
Tom Jones.
John Cougar, Mellencamp,
Mariah Carey.
Oh, and
no, my baby mama.
Be more specific.
All new Masked Singer, November 8th on Fox.
Good old snake oil.
What's the real product that has everyone saying?
No.
You don't do that.
All new snake oil, Wednesday, November 8th on Fox.
You can join Fox 22 and ABC 7 online at foxbangor.com. Be a part of the conversation on Twitter and join our Facebook family at Fox ABC Maine. Follow, like, watch. Download the new Fox Bangor app from the App Store or Google Play and get your news anytime, anywhere.
All right, guys, thanks for sticking with us. I'm thrilled to be sitting once again with Secretary of State Shenna Bello. Shenna, thank you for coming back for one of our later shows. We appreciate your time.
It's thrilled to be here. I was in Orono, end of the evening in Penobscot Nation, and I think that many folks in Wabanaki Nations are celebrating tonight. Congratulations to the Wabanaki Alliance.
Yes.
It looks like there was a decisive win with question 6, and I, as Secretary of State, for the first time since the late 1800s, the Secretary of State can print the entire Maine Constitution.
Well, let's drill into that a little bit, because it was quite a decisive victory as far as ballot question 6 went. And so, I want to talk about that. Can you talk a little bit about the history of how this whole sort of situation evolved? Because I think there are probably a lot of people who weren't even aware there was an article that was omitted, much less why.
Absolutely. So it actually dates back to the late 1800s. There was a constitutional convention, and we don't have minutes from the convention. We just have the recorded votes, but they voted unanimously. Article 7 of Maine's Constitution, until tonight, said that sections 1, 2, and 5, section 7 of Article 10 of the Constitution said that sections 1, 2, and 5 should be omitted from any official printings of the Constitution.
Is there any official reason on the record for why that decision was made?
We don't have the debate or the deliberations of the folks at the time. Those sections that have been previously omitted included, of course, the Articles of Separation from Massachusetts, some of the foundational aspects of setting up a new state, but also the treaty obligations to Wabanaki Nations. And that was really something that I think people felt very strongly about seeing printed.
Well, it's clear from the margins of yes over no with that race already being called that yes, clearly a lot of Mainers did feel very strongly about that. So what does this mean moving forward? Is it just, if there's a reprint, now it's in there, or will there be a reprint to include this?
So actually, as Secretary of State, one of my roles is to do the official printing of the Maine Constitution every 10 years.
Okay.
And we're actually printing it on vellum, this old-fashioned vellum, and then we do booklets that go into schools and libraries all across the state. So for the first time, those official copies will have those omitted sections. It's really exciting.
So there's going to be a reprint in the relatively near future.
Yes,
and now it will
we're
be
up for a reprint.
All
so
right.
we'll be doing that.
Kind of a timely question then to have it evolve this way.
We think so.
All right. Well, certainly the big congratulations in order there. This has to mean a lot to, the tribes who, certainly saw this as a slight. And so sort of that has been corrected.
For sure.
All right. Moving on, we want to talk about question 5. Question 5 is also kind of near and dear to your heart a little bit.
Yes,
so talk about question 5. And obviously, that one hasn't been called, but the yeses are leading. That last check. So
election workers, I think especially at the state level, are crossing their fingers, watching TV in an animated fashion, doing like little tiny dances of hope. And that was really about giving election workers more time to certify those petitions that are coming in that we're seeing more and more of. I mean, those first 4 questions are a good example. I mean, 8 questions on the ballot. And we are certifying all those signatures.
Why? It's obvious why the certification process is important. I don't want to say why is it important, but why is more time important to that process in your view?
Well, keep in mind that to qualify for the ballot, a campaign has to get 10% of the prior turnout from the prior governor's race. So when Citizen Initiative started 100 years ago almost, we're talking like, I don't know how many thousand votes, but now it's almost 70,000 signatures. And we are forced to examine every single one of those signatures, eliminate any duplicates, look for fraud. And so previously, the Constitution gave us 30 days, calendar days. Didn't matter if it was a holiday, didn't forget about your Thanksgiving break. Election officials, we were charged with certifying.
So this is sort of a tip of the cap to accuracy and being able to take your time in that process.
That's our hope.
All right. Well, that is a race that we are going to continue to watch. All right. We'll keep you in mind as we do.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for your time as always.
Our pleasure.
All right, folks, stick with us for more Maine Decides 2023. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
In the heart of downtown Belfast, immerse yourself in a world of alpaca apparel at the Blue Alpaca. Because alpaca fibers are moisture-wicking, hypoallergenic, and softer than even cotton, you'll be ready for a comfortable and fashionable summer. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. The Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Dude, you coming?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Power Max Gels Cold and Flu Relief with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Maine, the wait is over. DraftKings Sportsbook is officially live. That means betting legally on same-game parlays, spreads, money lines, props, and more. Anytime and anywhere across the state. So get hyped, Maine. Download the app today and get this exclusive offer now. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
The bond between twins is a close one.
Get it. It's just a spider. Calm down. Did you kill it? Yep. Are you sure? You tell me.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back. A Bangor man is out on bail after being arrested for theft, drug possession, and other charges. According to Bangor police, shortly after 7 p.m. on Friday, police officers were dispatched to the Bangor TJ Maxx store by a ride service driver who told them that a man using his ride service told him that he planned to steal from the store, that he had warrants for his arrest, and he had drugs on him, which he showed to the driver. Officers identified the man as 41-year-old Kevin Gray of Bangor. They arrested him as he came out of the store. He was taken to Penobscot County Jail and charged with theft, refusal to submit to arrest, drug possession, and violation of conditions of release. He currently also has 7 sets of pre-conviction bail conditions prohibiting him from returning to various local businesses due to theft charges at those stores. He did make bail on Saturday.
One person is dead following a fire at a home in Carroll Plantation. According to the Department of Public Safety, a caller reported the fire at 1821 Main Road around 5:40 on Monday morning. Authorities responded to find a small residence already destroyed by the flames. They discovered human remains, which are believed to be the homeowner, 57-year-old Jeffrey Macy, who lived alone. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner will officially identify those remains. The Fire Marshal's office is investigating what may have caused that fire.
A separate fatal fire killed one person and injured another, this one an early morning fire in Windsor. The Augusta Communications Center received a 911 call about that fire on the Ridge Road a little after 12:30 this morning. Maine State Police say when firefighters arrived, they found 25-year-old Payson Viles dead in a camper trailer on the property. A second person escaped the fire with minor injuries. Investigators with the State Fire Marshal's office are processing the scene, and a spokesperson tells us there are no indications of foul play.
And we have much more ahead, including some headlines from around the world. Stay with us.
You do it my way or it's thy way. It's still raw. What planet are you on? Get out! This is embarrassing.
All new Hell's Kitchen, Thursdays on Fox.
Yes, chef.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has a cost-friendly Kia with your name on it. Choose from our fleet of front-wheel drives, all-wheel drives, hybrids, and fully electric vehicles, all affordable, tech-packed, and great on gas. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or check out the new 2023 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. All come loaded with safety features and are great on gas. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. I was a bit nervous at first, but then I figured, it's just walking, right? Oh! No, it's just a bunny! Calm down, Taco. That just... Stop! Sesame, no, Walter, don't! No, sweet! You're lucky you're so cute. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Why didn't we do this last year? Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta? Remember the pain? Cancel plans, the worry?
That was then. And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making 0 migraine days possible. It's the only pill of its kind that blocks CGRP and is approved to prevent migraine of any frequency, to help give you that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Brickmasters, here we are again asking our builders to create something beautiful and then destroying it.
Fox Thursdays. Lego Masters is back with a colossal new season.
That is huge.
And all the drama you can handle.
Oh, get out of here.
We have a problem.
It's literally sink or swim.
Please float, please float, please float.
We got a minifig down.
All new Lego Masters, Thursdays on Fox, and watch anytime on Hulu.
Israel's prime minister says his nation will take overall security responsibility for Gaza indefinitely after the war with Hamas ends. Benjamin Netanyahu is also ruling out any ceasefire without the release of all hostages. Fox's Mike Tobin reports.
Waving the white flag, hundreds of Palestinian civilians emerged from their homes in the northern half of the Gaza Strip on foot for a march south away from Israeli forces. In a wasteland of scorched earth and rubble, the IDF takes out buildings they call command and control structures, some with heavy equipment. Hamas video shows fighters in civilian clothes peppering Israeli forces with mortars. So the process for the invading force is slow as they locate tunnels used by Hamas. One was found in a children's amusement park, then destroy the entrance.
For the first time in decades, the IDF is fighting in the very heart of Gaza, in the very heart of terror. This is a complex and difficult war, and unfortunately, it comes at a price.
1 month into the war, Israel's prime minister vows to keep the pressure on.
This enemy will be defeated. Gaza will not be a threat to Israel again. Together, we will win.
The aggressive combat terrifies loved ones of the hostages held in Gaza. They gather at the prime minister's residence and demand their return.
We must stop all war. We must get a ceasefire, and the first thing we must do to bring them home.
Bring my Omar to his bed, to his family, to his life, to give all the children and the old people again to be freedom.
UN agencies providing temporary shelter for Palestinians are overrun with more than 500,000 refugees. 2,000 evacuated Sunday, another 5,000 on Monday. Many are left to sleep on the ground.
Look at our situation. Is this a life that we are living? We have no food, electricity, or water. We sleep in the corridors without any blankets. It is very cold. This is not a life.
The IDF says weapons seized include 427 explosive belts and mechanisms, reminiscent of the suicide bombers of the Second Intifada. Israel hasn't been hit by a suicide bomb in 7 years. In southern Israel, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
A former Facebook employee is sounding the alarm on why he says parents should be worried about social media and teens' mental health. Fox's Madeline Rivera brings us that story.
Arturo Bejar is a former Facebook senior staffer, but he is also a father who's growing more worried about social media.
I appear before you today as a dad with first-hand experience of a child who received unwanted sexual advances on Instagram.
Bejar sounding the alarm on Meta today on Capitol Hill, saying the company knows its platforms are damaging teens' mental health and are putting their privacy at risk.
Instagram is the largest public directory of teenagers with pictures in the history of the world.
The things that your daughter experienced, this ring of pedophiles, rings plural, that Facebook just can't find the time for.
The explosive testimony comes as dozens of states sue the tech giant, saying it misled the public about the dangers of its platforms and contributed to the country's mental health crisis. Back in 2021, the Wall Street Journal reported that internal Facebook studies found teens, mostly girls, said Instagram was causing mental harm and body image issues. Among teens reporting suicidal thoughts, 6% of American users blamed Instagram for the desire to kill themselves.
This is an urgent crisis.
A Meta spokesperson says the company has developed dozens of safety tools and that, quote, every day countless people inside and outside of Meta are working on how to help keep young people safe online. Bejar told lawmakers that those safety tools have a long way to go, and he is calling on Congress and the company to better protect teens online. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
The Supreme Court heard oral arguments in a case which could impact national domestic abuse protections. Fox's Mark Meredith with that story.
Domestic abuse is real. Please understand, people will die if you make the wrong decision.
An impassioned plea from Michigan Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, the Democrat joining protesters on the steps of the U.S. Supreme Court to urge the justices not to overturn a federal law banning people under domestic violence restraining orders from owning guns.
We know perpetrators of violence use firearms to exert power and control over their victims.
Inside the court, justices sounded persuaded to uphold the law during oral arguments of the case of the U.S. versus Zaki Rahimi. The Texas man pleaded guilty to illegally possessing guns while under a restraining order for hitting his girlfriend and threatening to shoot her. Rahimi sued, claiming the law violated his rights, citing the Supreme Court's decision last year which expanded gun rights. A lower court struck down the ban, and the Biden administration is now appealing. Conservative justices seemed receptive to the Solicitor General's arguments that the law is in line with the long tradition of courts disarming people who are considered a danger to society.
Can't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Outside the court, hundreds of gun safety advocates and domestic abuse survivors came together to also make their case.
Just because oral arguments are today does not mean that we can't influence the court about how wrong it would be not to rule in favor of survivors.
And while oral arguments have wrapped up, the Supreme Court is going to take some time deciding this case. The ruling on this matter not expected to come down until the end of June. In Washington, Mark Meredith, Fox News.
All right, and when we come back, we'll have our full 5-day forecast.
Yeah.
Hopefully some good details.
Hopefully some good news coming there. Stay with us.
High temperatures back in the 50s today. Will not be this warm tomorrow. A cold front's coming through right now. Much colder air is on the way. Details on that when I come back.
Sample and savor the very best in all we produce here in Maine at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 18th and 19th. Presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
Happy, healthy living means protecting yourself and the people you love. Mainers age 60 and up and adults with disabilities can talk with an area agency on aging about keeping your immunizations up to date. Access a clinic near you for your annual flu and COVID-19 immunizations. Stay healthy, stay up to date, stay immunized. The AgeWise Maine initiative is brought to you by Maine's area agencies on aging. Visit agewisemaine.org to learn more.
The very best in Maine-made products, prepared and displayed just for you at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 18th and 19th. Presented by the Maine Potato Board. MaineHarvestFestival.com.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. From the heavens! All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought by Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit our ranch and meet the alpacas or shop in our store in downtown Belfast. Let's talk about this, though. This is the temperature outlook now for mid to late November. Well above average temperatures across the Midwest, the Plains, and for us, this could bring us some 40s, 50s, and maybe even a couple 60s in there as we head into middle portions of November. Not normal, but look at all the heat across the West, right? 70s and 80s across the Plains and Midwest today. We're not going to do that as cooler air is out there now. It's right there moving this way. It's going to win. It's heavy. It's dense on the move. We have cooler temperatures on the way for us for tomorrow. After we did this today, 55 here in Bangor, 48 for Greenville, 51 Millinocket. We'll take it for early November. But tomorrow, again, many of us could get stuck in the upper 30s for high temperatures tomorrow because we're shifting the wind now from the south earlier today out of the northwest now. It's going to get a little gusty too. We could have wind gusts near 30 miles per hour tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, and probably not ending until midday on Thursday. So overall, quite a windy stretch of weather is on the way. Going forward though, so sunshine is back in the forecast for tomorrow. A little bit of rain and snow on Thursday, not a big storm at all, followed by a quiet weekend, a dry stretch after Thursday into the weekend and beyond. For today though, the rain showers are now over. The front has gone through. The wind is shifting. We'll get that cooler, drier air in here tonight and stay with us all day long tomorrow as high pressure is going to build in. High pressure is your friend. It's sinking air. You can't get bad weather out of that. And we'll have a very nice day tomorrow, albeit noticeably colder across our region for tomorrow. For tonight, though, the rain showers are departing the area. Look for some wind out of the northwest this evening. And we'll keep things partly cloudy for a while and then decreasing clouds overnight. And then lots and lots and lots and lots of sunshine throughout the day tomorrow before the clouds increase later Thursday ahead of our next weather system, which could bring us some snow. It could bring us an inch or two of snow on Thursday with some rain showers in there as well. That's our next weather maker for Thursday afternoon. Going forward though, so rainfall looks like this. Another probably 1/10 of an inch of rain getting here on Thursday, but that could be partially snow, and which could give us an inch or two of snow on Thursday afternoon. Our forecast though tonight though is partly cloudy skies. Look at the low temperatures down near 30 tonight and windy, making that 28 feel much colder with that gusty northwest wind. For tomorrow, all right, partly cloudy, breezy, and noticeably colder tomorrow. High temperatures struggling to get out of the 30s. You're going to feel that. Grab a coat tomorrow with that really gusty northwest wind. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story, right? So tomorrow, colder, but a nice day. Thursday, we get wet with some rain and snow across the area. Friday, we dry out 46, 42 for Saturday. Look at Sunday back in the 30s and probably some upper 30s back in the forecast next week on Monday. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much.
Yeah, so the weekend looking pretty good at least, so.
Happy to see it.
Yeah. Sports is coming up next, so stay with us for that.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter. My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. Plus America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Went in, signed the papers, and within a week or so, they called me to report.
And we landed on the same beach that the invasion started.
The airplane crashed just short of the runway and killed all 24 people.
Pearl Harbor was bombed. We all manned our battle stations.
I'm the only World War II veteran left in town.
Our Heroes, Their Own Words, Friday at 7 on Fox 22. Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Bangor, located in the Penobscot Plaza, providing custom ink by licensed artists for more than 20 years.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with some high school soccer regional action. A North and D North finals going on Tuesday. Let's go to the hometown team Bangor in girls A North first. Top-seeded Rams going up against 2-seed Camden Hills on a beautiful night in Lewiston. Second half, no score. Bangor's Olivia Scott finding Tegan Atherley, who buries it, giving the Rams a 1-0 lead. Minutes later, the Rams would strike again. It's Atherley again. She's going to put in her second of the night, and it's 2-0 Bangor. Back comes Camden Hills, though. Leah Snyder's going to break in here and fire it home, bringing the Windjammers within one. But Bangor survives. They win Class A North 2-1. It's their first regional title since 2015.
Feels great. I'm thrilled. I'm happy that I could help my team. And yeah, I'm just excited for the next one.
Okay, now over to Pottle Field in Herman for the D North girls final. 2-seed PVHS against top seed Wisdom. Early first half, PVHS's Ellie Austin, the cross into Riley Moulton, and it's saved by Colleen Thampson on the point-blank rebound attempt. Later, Lila Cummings, another chance for the Howlers from long range and a leaping save by Thampson. Pioneers carry a 1-0 lead into the half. 2 minutes left in the game now. Tied at 1. Moulton getting the cross into Austin, and she chests it in to give the Howlers a 2-1 lead. But right after, Wisdom threatening. Lily Roy, a rocket to tie it, but Brooklyn Raymond, the freshman, with a huge save. PVHS survives 2-1, and they go back to states. Here's Austin on her game winner.
It felt amazing. I almost started crying. I don't think I've ever felt that type of excitement before. But even though we didn't start off strong at all, I knew that we would come through at the end.
Let's stay at Pottle Field for the D North boys final. 3-seed Fort Fairfield against top seed Easton. First half, free kick for Easton's Owen Sweeney, and the Bears go up 1-0 off that absolute snipe from the senior. Minutes later, here comes Sweeney again, a bunch of speed. Takes it in himself and scores his second 2-0 Easton. Second half, Fort not going away. Ethan Willard sets up Micah Daigle in front, and he just sneaks it in to pull within one. But Easton a chance to answer about 10 minutes later. Sweeney's corner kick is absolutely perfect as Zach Pelletier is right there for the header. It's 3-1. Easton goes on to win D North 3-2. It's their first state berth ever.
It's so great. It's just all team. All comes down to that, the teamwork throughout the game. It's just incredible. It's an incredible feeling.
Okay, let's go to some high school football news now. All the North Regional Finals and 8-man state final matchups are set for this Saturday, and we have the times and places for those games right here. Let's start at Cameron Stadium at 11 a.m., the 8-man large football state final. MDI meets Greeley, and then after that at 2:30, the 8-man small football final between Orono and Old Orchard Beach, a rematch from last year. Handon Academy at 11 a.m., the D North final between top seed Foxcroft Academy and 2-seed John Bapst. After that at 3 o'clock, C North final between number 1 Oceanside and number 2 Madomic Valley. And then at Winthrop High School at 1 p.m., the B North final between top seeded Lawrence and 3-seed Coney, and at 7 p.m. A North final between Portland and Oxford Hills at Fitzpatrick Stadium. Okay, let's go to some UMaine football now. The Black Bears dropping a heartbreaker on Senior Day Saturday against Hampton in what was yet another game of two halves. Black Bears starting out great, leading 28-14 at the half, but getting outscored 28-7 to end things off. Save for defensive woes, the game might have gone the other way had it not been for two costly turnovers in the fourth quarter with the game tied. Head coach Jordan Stevens says this is going to be one of the bigger focuses during their bye week and in their prep for UNH next week.
That level of discipline needs to be there. I thought we took a step forward in that regard last week during practice. So, we're playing, guys that, need to have a better awareness of the football, how important it is to take care of the football. And, we'll address those things this week and into the end of the season as well.
Okay, now let's go over to the Boston Bruins. After dropping their first regulation loss of the year Saturday against the Red Wings, Bees getting back on track Monday night with a 3-2 win at the Stars. Jeremy Swayman saving 35 of 37 shots en route to his 10th straight win and a first star. And rookies carried the weight on offense. Mason Laurie and Johnny Beecher each scoring their first NHL goals on the fourth line. After the game, head coach Jim Montgomery speaking on how it feels to have that line be so impactful and from experience on what that moment means to them.
They were connected. Every time there was a turnover or anything, there was two of them on it, and they ended up with possession. They ended up taking pucks from the D zone to the O zone, and obviously the 2 goals from your fourth line, that's huge. You dream your whole life of being able to score in the NHL and play in the NHL, and that goal is kind of like the ribbon being pulled off that you actually belong.
Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Dude, you coming?
Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. With Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and flu relief. Also try for fizzy fast cough relief.
I'm sorry. I cannot let you in here.
The only thing that should be in a baby crib is a baby. Letting a baby sleep with blankets and toys can be dangerous. Learn how safe sleeping practices can save your baby's life at safesleepforme.org.
Are plumbing problems giving you a headache? Look no further than Sprague's Plumbing Solutions. With more than 10 years' experience, Sprague's Plumbing Solutions has the knowledge to assist with your plumbing issues. Whether it's a service, remodel, new build, or commercial, we've got you covered. For reliable, professional plumbing services, call Sprague's Plumbing Solutions today for a free estimate. 951-1637. We're here to make your plumbing problems disappear.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Healing Hands Massage in Hamden provides professional massage services tailored specifically for our clients. Whether you're looking for relief from chronic pain, stiffness, or just want to treat yourself to a day of relaxation, Healing Hands Massage is the place for you.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Hank's Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snowblowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hank's Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
Talking about a resort, there would be a cart that holds your luggage, a luggage cart? Luggage Yeah. Pictionary. The way Colton comes up with these things here at the resort, there are carts that hold your luggage, there's a luggage cart!
Every weekday on Fox 22.
2 forces collide as 11th-ranked Penn State
host third-ranked Michigan. Big noon Saturday on Fox.
Well, this next story didn't actually take place in Maine, but it certainly could have. Talk about a porch pirate. A food delivery in Florida didn't quite make it to the customer. Surveillance footage Friday shows a driver making the drop outside this Longwood, Florida home. But minutes later, yeah, that's a black bear sauntering up to the front porch, helping himself to the owner's dinner. The hungry bear made off with $45 worth of Taco Bell. And the resident said the bear actually came back for the soda, too. Many on social media getting a boot out of this quesadilla craving bear. But for the resident, perhaps a lesson. Fast food on the front porch means an empty stomach and a porch pirate getting a little too close for comfort.
I love that he came back for the drink too.
Oh yeah,
that really.
I gotta wash down $45 at T-Bell with something.
Yeah, it's $45 worth of Taco Bell. That is no joke.
That was a legit dinner right there.
Yeah, that was feeding the whole family that night.
Well, now it just fed a bear.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, and as we wrap up tonight, we do want to go over the 4 referendum questions on the ballot for you and those results that we have at this hour. So let's check out question 1 here. Quasi-government entities and consumer electric debt voter approval. You see the results in for that with an overwhelming amount of votes for yes. So that question has passed. And moving on to question 2 now, banning foreign governments and entities from financing political campaigns here in Maine. That another overwhelming victory for the yes side of that question with well over 200,000 votes there.
And perhaps the most well-known and most contentious issue on this ballot, question 3, the creation of Pine Tree Power. The no on question 3, folks, eking out a decisive victory there, 179,000, basically 180,000 votes over just 73,646. So that race being called for the no on question 3 side. And question 4, standardizing onboard diagnostic systems, aka the right to repair. Again, big victory there. The yes on question 4, folks. So yes to that right to repair law. 211,000 votes over just under 40,000 votes. So some big questions. And at least 2 of them with decisive answers at this hour.
Absolutely.
So a little relief for some voters out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also speaking of relief, that came as well with the 4 other constitutional amendments.
Right.
The results to those also on our website, as well as all of the local issues.
All of the results, yep.
Yep. So head to foxbangor.com for a full list of all of those results.
And you can also join us over on ABC 7 for news at 11. We'll have all your results there as well. In the meantime, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.